it's time for Storyvival. And today, we are going to tell you a story for the festival of Pana Sankranti. Pana Sankranti, which is also called Jala Sankranti or Mahabharat Sankranti, is the New Year celebration of the East Indian state of Orissa. Pana is a sweet drink made by mixing lumps of sugar or mishri in water. On the day of Pana Sankranti, a pot is filled with pana and a hole is made at the bottom of this pot. This pot is then hung on top of a tulsi plant and the pana drips onto the tulsi just like rain drips onto the earth. One of the rituals of this festival is to offer either pana or water to thirsty people. Water is a very important element of this festival, to the extent that the festival is called Jala Sankranti. In Sanskrit, Jala means water. But why is that the case? Let's find out. Many years ago, the ancient city of Hastinapur in North India was ruled by the Kuru dynasty. Among the many generations of this family, one generation consisted of two brothers, Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Dhritarashtra's wife was called Gandhari and Pandu's wife was called Kunti. Dhritarashtra had 100 sons and one daughter, together called the Kauravas. Pandu had 5 sons, together called the Pandavas. The Mahabharat is a story of this royal family. One part of the Mahabharat talks about a conflict between the Kauravas and the Pandavas for the royal throne of Hastinapur. This conflict eventually led to an 18-day war in which the Pandavas were victorious. The story we are going to tell you today is that of Bheeshma. Bheeshma was the uncle of Dhritarashtra and Pandu and thus the granduncle of the Kauravas and Pandavas, fondly called grandfather. Bheeshma was a very noble and wise man, a great warrior, a skilled statesman. Everybody loved and respected Bheeshma. And Bheeshma loved the Kauravas and Pandavas as his grandchildren, just like all grandparents love their grandchildren. Because Bheeshma was a great warrior, he was difficult to defeat in war. In the war, he fought on the side of the Kauravas. On the 10th day of the war, finally Bheeshma was very badly wounded and started to fall towards the ground. Arjun, one of the Pandavas, saw that his grandfather was falling and then he shot many arrows and made a bed for his grandfather to fall on. Then Arjun shot some more arrows and made a pillow of arrows for Bheeshma's head to rest. Thus, instead of falling on the ground, Bheeshma fell on a bed of arrows. Bheeshma had been granted a boon to choose his own time of death. Until he left his body, Bheeshma would lie on this bed of arrows created by Arjun. In Sanskrit, one of the words for arrow is shara and one of the words for bed is shayya. This bed of arrows created by Arjun for his grandfather is famously called Sharashayya. While lying on the Sharashayya at one time, Bheeshma got really thirsty and he asked for some water. Immediately, Arjun shot an arrow deep into the ground and a stream of fresh, pure and clean water came out, falling straight into Bheeshma's mouth. Bheeshma's mother was the river Ganga. It is said that this stream of water was the river Ganga herself, quenching the thirst of her dying son. After having this drink of fresh and clean water, Bheeshma was very satisfied with what Arjun had done. He told Yudhishthir, Arjun's elder brother, that on this day, anybody who offered water to a thirsty person would honor the name of the ancestors and greatly please the gods in heaven. Pana Sankranti honors this ritual of offering either pana or water to thirsty people. That is the story behind Pana Sankranti. We hope you enjoyed our Storyvival. Come back soon for more.